What's up, everyone? Welcome to another live discussion of some Dead City. We're gonna talk about it, everybody. Gonna talk about it. We got things to say. But how are my co-hosts? Ready to rant? You ready to
Oh
rant?
yeah, I'm ready to talk about it. That's for sure. Gonna dive into it.
It's getting exciting.
Good.
I can't wait for the next 3 episodes.
We'll see
Well,
about
it's
that.
still better than The Last of Us.
True
Oh,
that.
yes. They still have that working for them. They still have that working for them.
You still get to
But no,
keep
we
a
have
few
a
of your brain cells.
yes. But welcome everybody. I see that we have Miss Starlight CC. Welcome, welcome. How are you? And what's up, Hal dear? Ready to talk some Dead City? We'll see. But I don't know. I don't even know where to begin. Like
Well, let me bring these up and let's see. There's so much. So, alright. I know there's a few scenes in here that I particularly got irritated about. I know we'll dive into and get like really deep into. And that's like the one we were talking about before stream, where New Babylon, the other group, they all kind of fall and crumble to fucking nothing. It's the stupidest fucking scene ever. And then I really didn't like how they did our group. I want to say they're at the end ish where they got the gas and stuff. I forget what that group's particular name was, but yeah, this whole ordeal here irritated me mostly because like. Remember back at the beginning, like what was it, like episode 1 or so, when Negan was in the church and this whole group was like standing up and he was like, "Fuck you," and he got the bat, and I was like, man, it was so cool. There was like fire. You were gonna take this fucking group out anyways. You could at least had one of them go out the church in fucking flames with a flamethrower and like right out of the chapel, just fall right there.
See, expectations. You just can't have them.
Apparently not. You can't have anything. I mean, it's cool and all, but I was just like, well, goddamn it, y'all had the they have fucking flamethrowers, and they do this.
Hey, just be glad those candles, like in the foreframe there, were not lit,
what's up, Brian?
Right?
or somebody wasn't smoking in this scene right here, because they would have blown themselves up.
What's up, Brian? If you
What's up,
want the link
Brian?
and want to join the panel, feel free. Just let me know. I'll drop you the link. But I can't. Like, I'm a zombie gal. I've always been a zombie gal. I love the concept of zombies and the stories that could kind of come from them if told the right way. But seriously, does every zombie death have to be them getting bit in the neck? Like, I feel like you had that whole swarm and every single person who died was bit in the neck. Nobody got bit in the foot or the side, or it was the neck. And I'm just like, are you guys sick of that trope? Like, is it, isn't it a little, I don't know, like be creative.
There
Be
goes
so creative with zombies.
expectations. There we go again. I wonder if, for me, I feel like sometimes I've been ruined with shows like From and Severance that really make you think and wonder and that theorize. Where shows like this are so predictable, especially now, it's just like I hate to say kind of boring, but definitely predictable. Like it's not deep. There's no deepness.
I, I I like don't it's such a creative monster. Like they could do a lot with the zombie. Like I love the zombie cannon bombs. I thought that was really cool. Like you can't knock the zombie in the cannon going boom. That was pretty interesting. But now it's like I feel like or they're like, okay, we gave you that. We gave you the little bit of interest. Now we're just gonna do everything like this. Here you go. Oh no, it was just very disappointing.
Yeah, I like the Negan stuff, but that stuff right there, holy crap.
No, it was bad. This
Holy crap.
whole time from start to finish, from where they bring them out, um, this chick here, I didn't feel like we got a satisfactory death with her. I mean, we get one chick, you know, she's up here, and as soon as they knock the thing, it breaks her neck. There's no like whatever. And like I said, I'm assuming it's because Maggie was slightly ready for it because all the commotion that she was able to like grab the noose or whatever, not have like completely snapped her neck or anything. But I don't know if I got a screenshot of when that happened. But either way, like I don't know, she didn't quite get it. Like it didn't snap.
Yeah,
Already.
look, it just sucks as far as the writing and everything, because you go even after this point, she never has any marks on her neck. Like, hey, I just got hung, but you know, it's all cool.
Right.
I mean,
all,
they don't care. They don't care about the details. Hey, neck bites, that's easy. It's cheap. Let's go with it. Let's just get the scene done. You know, they're not caring. Oh, a boat with lights going across the water. Oh, they can see them real easy. Oh, I don't care. Oh, let's light a big bonfire and attract all the walkers into the camp while we're hanging people. I mean, it's just like, do you guys even understand what the fuck you are doing when you sit down at the writer's table? Sometimes, you know, like I say, the Negan side story is a little bit better, but this one just, what the crap?
He said, you gave me this plate of garbage. What is this plate of garbage that you are giving to me? I don't know. It's like they're so desperate to keep the name alive, and I get that. You that's their IP. That's how they trying to make money. Don't know if they're making money at this point, but I get it. You want to keep your shit alive as long as you can, but when are you just like, yeah, it's not good anymore. Like, so it's like I don't know. I feel like they just want the Walking Dead world to remain alive, so they're gonna grasp at anything at this point. And they just don't care. Like they don't care about the right. Like, let's just give them zombies. Let's just give them some of the people from the nostalgia factor, the Maggie, the Negan, the Rick, let's give them all together.
I know, but they have that other option. They have the other option of doing it good also, instead of the option of, hey, let's make it shitty and throw it together. They have the option of making it good. For real. For real.
They do.
For real.
They do.
Who could say such a thing? There's no a show can be good.
What's up, Brian? What's up, Brian?
What's up, guys? How's it going?
What's up, Brian, man?
Yeah, this episode, it like on paper should have been the best episode because things actually happened, but it was actually the worst episode.
Right.
Just a lot of really stupid shit. Like they're real lazy with these action scenes. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just saying I wanted her to die so much.
Yeah.
Just differently. I wanted to see her just be ripped or something. Just something satisfying. No, she gets bit in the neck. And she's just like, she's like falling to the ground. I'm like, what the fuck is this? What is this? You got me. You got
Wasn't
me.
it like filmed weird where it looked like she was waiting for it or something? Like it, yeah. There's I seem to remember something like that. What was worse than that to me was when Maggie and Herschel just go running through the zombies, like there's just this convenient hole that they could like.
They're busy.
They're surrounded. Like as a zombie fan, they are surrounded. They are.
Yeah, they're busy. They're all busy with the moaning people, I reckon.
What are these guys doing?
Just re-emphasizing that like them moaning like clashed with their whole character trying to blend in, like it made no sense to begin with, and then just like, yeah, that attracts zombies, and they don't seem to care. Like they're fine with getting eaten, I guess. And
yeah, they kind of
nobody
all
noticed
when
the door burst open. Like there's just so much stupid shit in this scene.
Their leader was dead, so you know we cannot live on anymore.
Right?
What?
Like, right? They did. This chick just accepted it, dude. Like they enjoyed being zombies, I guess.
Didn't it also look like for a second the zombies weren't going to
I
eat
thought
the-
so at first. I was like, oh shit. It's like the moaning away to like fucking
Is like a repellent somehow?
right. Like, and then I saw him start getting eaten. I was like, oh no.
Because it went straight
Okay.
for Ginny
The
first. Like,
zombies
it went,
just apparently wanted to pick which ones of these motherfuckers. Like they were like, ooh, it's a buffet. Which one do
Well,
I
it was a big
want?
menu.
Well, see,
yeah,
it goes
Big
back.
menu.
They had their pick.
It goes back to the bad directing, because when the first zombie come in, it should have got the first person, and the zombie behind him
Dude,
passed,
it went through like three
passed him
people that
and got the
yeah.
next people. But the first zombie passed like 3 people
Right.
It looked
before
so
it bit somebody,
stupid.
just to
And it
give his
went-
buddy behind him a chance or something. That ain't how it works.
It doesn't make any
So
sense.
there's enough on the menu, guys. There's enough here for all of us. We don't have to, just devour them. We can take our time. We could savor the meal. Like
And
we
just
did.
like you said, the
We
way
got
they
fresh
set it
meat.
up, right? Because this group here is like a barrier almost for everybody on the other side to a degree for like
Plot
a
armor.
good while. Like they were just like, it was almost like you didn't even know there were zombies. You couldn't tell the difference. Like, can you tell the difference?
Yeah,
Can
it's
you
hard to
point
tell.
to this photo where the zombies are?
Look, I know this back here is zombies and this up here is humans. Which one of these? See, you wouldn't know. They were almost the guy. That's why I
Right?
thought they did. They blended in. Look at this shit. I'm sorry. I know the photo's
what?
terrible, but when you look at it, I swear they fucking blended in with them. And I was like, shit. They're like gonna sneak up. I like this is how you use your fucking zombie. Like they're not even
Wouldn't that have been much
scary at
more
this point.
cooler that
See, I
they
thought they
called
were
them with their
sneaking up,
chance and they just walked right through them and attacked
Right?
the major
Unlock.
lady?
They unlock the zombies.
Oh, that would have
Like,
been
'cause, like
Guys,
amazing.
none
like,
of the
what the
people that were
fuck?
looking like, all right, so I get that these people right here didn't notice because they're all in their chat and shit and acting kind of stupid.
Is it supposed to be the chants were so loud they couldn't hear like whoa boom and like
Well, I don't know.
Right.
The gates,
The
the gates come
burst
crashing down.
open.
come
They're like
on.
50 feet behind you. Was that?
Dude, nobody
know.
on the other side of this group noticed, like, at first that the zombies were on them. And
Yeah.
then, like, I love how the zombies are strong sometimes. Like, I know she's a little girl, but sometimes they be just grabbing people like it ain't shit. And then other times you got it to where, like, where was it? Here, where they fucking just, they could start running through these motherfuckers. Like, it don't matter. We just pushing them. Like, they fucking
Yeah.
boop, 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 boop.
Right?
What the fuck is this shit? Like, where do the rules fucking take place here? I don't understand. The zombies placement again is the reason why I hate what they did in this whole entire fucking scene. Is why I hate zombie TV series.
You know, if I was a showrunner, and it may not be the way to do it, but I would, first day, the people sit down at the writing table, I would say, if you do something just for fucking plot, for plot reasons, just, oh, well, because of plot, is that the answer? You're fired. You're fired.
Yeah, I got you.
There's
I
so
just-
many ways you can be creative with the horde of zombies. Like I personally loved the quarry in The Walking Dead and that whole aspect and what they kind of had to do to get rid of that horde of zombies. It was definitely something interesting. Like, oh
Yeah.
my God, did this
They
little
had the
fucking rat
plan.
maze, is this gonna actually fucking work? And then when it didn't work, and then when you saw the parallel, I think it was like an episode later of why like where the horn came from. Like I was like, oh my God, what is going on? Like what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
Like and how they did like it was and the whole plan and then the whole build up with the two assholes who are we have to like go against Rick and I forget his name, he was so irrelevant. But like that made for a little suspense. Like you were like, oh, see, he's gonna fuck shit up, isn't he? Like he's gonna fuck and like here they just like zombies burst through fence, eat everyone.
We need to
End
force a
scene.
climax right now. Force in zombies.
Oh, and Dead Lady is gonna come back to life.
Yeah, why
Boom.
wouldn't they have, taken care of that off screen when they took her off, you
Yeah.
know?
That was
Like-
so forced. Like,
Yeah.
oh, she's got to come back and kill the lady that hung her.
And out of all the people to come and kill this lady, like I get like she was wrong. Don't get me wrong. But like Maggie's the way they like this even shot where like Maggie's over here getting like she's chasing her ass down, killing zombies like it ain't shit, just fucking like weaving through all this fucking catastrophe of a fucking scene. And yet she just, as soon as like Maggie gets to her again, like they teased it earlier in the episode, right? Maggie had her at the throat. And then nope, zombie eats her throat.
Yeah. Like it was
Yeah.
so sad. It was so sad, like just and everything, because we have seen what makes zombies scary. Is the horde, because you
Yeah.
can like dip and weave, and we're talking about the George A. Romero, The Walking Dead, the slow zombies. I'm not talking about the fast, speedy zombies, like the traditional zombies. You can navigate your way through them when they're spread out, but the horde is what makes them scary, because they you can't like you can't get through. Like it is just, you are overpowered and there's nothing you can, it's that kind of feeling. This was just like, oh, zombies, everybody's just gonna get eaten and we're gonna
Maybe
push
it's a
some. And
maybe it's a Central Park zombie thing. They only go for the throat.
Yeah.
It's like they're
Cultural.
variants. They're variants of some kind. They just throat grabbers, throat eaters. It's because they live closer to that zoo.
Well, they don't want to mess up any other part of the body. They still want them walking around properly.
Yeah, they got that
I guess.
weird religious thing going, cult thing.
That too.
It's a cult
Well,
thing.
she didn't get her heart caved in, so she's not part of the group anymore.
I don't know. The whole damn group ended it. It looks like.
I
So
know.
it don't
I
matter.
know, right? We barely got to know anything about him. I mean, her story's only there to further dude's story and make him think some kind of way. But then did he?
It'll be funny if we see next episode Herschel's like cutting this chick's heart out, going, she would have wanted
Right.
it. Like,
Right? He might. A lot of his mind too.
Surprised they didn't do it already.
Right. I mean, it was just a bad, like everybody said, a bad scene all around. It
was rough, but I was already kind of like peeved even before that scene.
I was too.
Like all the characters like doing stupid stuff, for plot.
Right. Like all this, all right, so they come in and they fuck up the power, which again, like when they show what they did to the power, and I'm not a fucking electrician, I'm not saying it's not a big deal, but did you have to kill the whole fucking tribe? Like obviously they were angry.
I don't know, like the whole fucking, they're just you killed our leader, we must die now. I was like, what the fuck?
I think
also once it goes out the window when we're chanting, forget it.
Not worth living anymore. Oh,
yeah, when
travesty, like the bad Shakespeare play.
Yeah, and you would have thought, like, based on how they were running things, like they can't have done that every time that somebody died, right? Because they wouldn't.
Apparently they did. They were just fucking every time somebody that was part of the ritual, right?
Yeah.
Oh, talking about cutting the heart out?
All of it. The moaning, the heart.
The moaning. Like if they did that every time we saw it draw zombies, and logically speaking, they wouldn't have lasted this long. How many years are we past the beginning at this point? Like,
right, like you people have survived in Central fucking Park this entire fucking time, and we're ending with like a Romeo and Juliet type setup. I must die now, like just suicide.
Yeah, it was pretty sad.
I guess maybe it was because of the leader. They were extra sad. I don't know.
Like what?
I don't know what the hell like I said, that whole fucking thing was stupid. I guess it was just to get rid, because we got to get rid of most of Babylon. We can't have that other bitch roaming around. She keeps causing problems, and I guess this new group is just like they're no longer have a purpose. So we just zombies take out what we no longer need. All that excess story shit, zombies take care of it every time.
But why wouldn't they at this point like forget the methane? Let's just get out of here.
That's what I'm saying, but apparently the methane is what's up. I don't fucking understand why the methane is such a key thing anymore for that particular group. Like, I get the fuck out of Dodge.
Yeah, at least go back and regroup,
Carry over with them.
Right? Weren't they supposed to just go look and if they could get the methane, get it, but go back and report back and shit?
Yeah, that was the original plan. And then the lady who just died was like, no, we have to go.
Tallulah Jane, we're going to get the methane because you're scared of me and I'm going to force you to do it or I'm going to hang you people. And like this whole thing. But it's like you said, James, it goes to the writing. So we have these Central Park people, right? We meet them, once in the scene, and we get a little bit of backstory. If you wanted us to give a shit in that moment where they're sacrificing their lives, okay, you didn't make us connected. Like, we got nothing about them. So why are we going to give a shit? Like, you didn't give us anything. You didn't like build up a story or truly make it like this. Oh my God, they gave up themselves for like it. We're looking at them like they're a bunch of fucking crazy people.
Right? Because they are basically.
No, but
It's
you know what
not.
I mean?
It's the
They were
zombies
just
took
like
care of it. See, they took care of it.
That
Took care
would've
of
been a
that. They took care of
story.
her. They took care of everything. Zombies will take care of all the plot holes.
Yeah, to me it just feels like, oh, we need to go to the woods for a bit to save money on shooting because urban
We feel
environments are more
nothing for these
expensive.
characters.
So
Like,
we
who
need some
gives a
filler.
shit?
Yeah.
You know, and the only reason why we gave a shit about the lady who we all hate is because they all made us hate her. So we were
Yeah.
all kind of excited and looking forward to her getting ripped apart or guts ripped out, some eyeball plucked out, anything. Like, give us something like, yeah, you finally got what you deserve. And nothing. It's like, oh, zombie bites in the neck, I'm dead.
Yeah.
It was like, what the what? What? What are
Pretty
you
much
giving me right now?
all the new characters are pretty much like killed off at this point, right? It's just Herschel, Maggie, and Pearlie left, right? Or I forget how
I
it
don't know.
ended.
He even stomped on poor Mr. Rat. Like, oh,
Yeah.
just killing everything.
The Negan stuff and I did like that he had he
But that's
put the
another
wedge
day
between
that
those
I
two
wanted to
characters.
be good. The fucking crow, like the fucking Dama. Like, I wanted to be something like you're like, oh yes, yeah, French, like French kiss. It was beautiful. And it's like fire. Help me move the heavy object.
No, she
And
stayed
walked
true to
away.
character. She bit his hand. Didn't she bite some dude before?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because she bit the playwright
No,
or
see,
something.
so they full circled it.
Yeah.
What more could you ask for, Dana? I mean, come on, they gave you back the little bullshit story from earlier.
I
And
just
she
don't
full
get
circled
what was the point of her character at this point?
nothing.
What?
Nothing. No, this was all bullshit too. I was just joking. I just was like the fact that they did that, like that's what they gave us is this fucking little bit where they revealed her backstory. So now she does this to him. Like that was the connection. I get like stupid.
You'd be nothing without me. What is this godforsaken shit?
We don't. I
Like,
don't like what is she even talking about? Like what happened between them? I don't understand.
We never
The
really got to
relationship
know. I
at
guess
all.
I didn't watch previous episodes prior to the season, so I don't know who. This
She's
whole
just
shit's weird.
She's a master manipulator, but we didn't, see what she had on everybody. It's kind of
just
irrelevant.
bad writing. You're right,
Yeah.
James. Bad writing.
Yeah. And the
Holy
actors are good. It's hard to,
garbage.
you can have great actors, but it just don't help as far as the bad story and the way they like just the whole story plays out. It's, the group in the Central Park, they set the crumbs, like the head lady said 2 or 3 sentences in one episode that explained their backstory. And that's supposed to explain why the young girl that was about to die didn't understand bandages and medical shit because the leader lady never showed it to him and stuff and told them to wail like that. And they just were supposed to be uneducated, didn't know any better almost. So it was supposed to lay all of that out, and you're supposed to care about all of that. And let me tell you this big story and about these people, and then this is gonna happen. And so you start layering it all together, and it's just like, well, it don't make sense back here. And you've done taken it way on down the road, It's just
Yeah.
like where you've done gone off track. You're already off track. So that's the bad part. It's like we're so far into the season, it's like the Croat, for an example, he killed that one group with the methane. That mirrors Simon, a character Simon from the main show. He killed a lot of groups and wiped out groups and stuff like that. So he's kind of a mirror character of Negan's rival, intergroup rival in the main series. So when I talked earlier about repeats, this is a repeat also. There's so many aspects of all the show, every little part of the show that's repeats. They just regurgitate something
Even
that they've
in this
already
scene,
written.
even in this scene when like, oh, a kid runs into the room, like that's from, you know, season 1 of the original show. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you think he's this dark guy, and then oh, there's family in the other room. It's like, oh, okay, it's changed now. But,
Yeah. So like I think I said earlier, at one point they have a box from like season 1 or 2 that they just keep pulling and then putting it back, little cards on how to write a scene. And it's always the
we're
same
out of
thing.
ideas.
It's
Pull from
just,
the hat.
yeah, and it's the same ones they put it back, and they just keep drawing it back out, you know, and you'll see that
Yeah.
same thing again, just rewritten a different way. Some kid killing a character, or like you say, the kids running in the room, or the mirror characters.
It would be cool if it was like a callback, but I think it really is just like recycling ideas and like, oh, it's gonna be just as good this time. But
Yeah.
Even in this scene here, though, I was already like, even before that happened, like Negan goes in with no plan whatsoever for how he's gonna deal with this situation, and he was just walking to certain death, and he's just like, I don't know.
No, look, he was in good spirits. Well, he
He was.
got to battered up. Pretty good shot, actually. Got the blood splatter.
Yeah, but it's a good thing the kid walked in the room, or he would have been screwed.
Right. No, he was pretty fucked. I guess he realized. I don't know why he thought that. I don't know what he thought was going to go down, or I guess he didn't think dude was going to really hurt him. I don't know what the hell he was thinking. Again, I'm with you. I don't know what. I try not to think too much. So I said I lose all my brain cells watching this shit.
Yeah, because it just seems he thought, okay, I'm going to talk him out or whatever, and he's not going to kill me.
Well, we got methane for you. Like, look, I get the methane's cool and all, but you know these motherfuckers been surviving without the fucking methane.
Yeah. It's
So,
not
like,
they need it. It's just like a luxury thing.
And you know you're only giving them like a little bit just to surpass them, so they'll fucking do your dirty work for you. They're not stupid, even though you know I'm sure. And honestly, they don't know what the fuck Babylon's going to do. If they're even going to make it through this shit. So I don't trust. I mean, I don't blame him. None of these motherfuckers is trustworthy.
Yeah.
Especially what Negan already knew about the fact that this guy's like whole group lost everything because the other dude was fucking cheating the whole time.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Like with those.
And you gonna come in with these 2 fucking canisters and think like this motherfucker's just going like he's got fucking bones on his back and shit. And you just coming in here thinking, yeah, we cool, bro. What's up? What's up, man? I got what's up for you.
And every character had things like that where they just were doing dumb
Then
stuff.
outwalk the children, and we make him human. Oh, he's just a father, so we have to feel. Oh,
bad.
now we feel compassion, and we feel. And he starts to tell his sad story. Yes, I'm only mean because I have to be mean. I really am like a loving man, and just want to take care of my family and feed my children in the apocalypse. And I'm sitting here like, what? Like, as he's like regurgitating this like sad sob story of, so now you must feel empathy for me, but I'm going to be dead in 5 minutes, so it's really not going to matter anything that I tell you because I'm dead now, so who gives a shit that I was a family man and a father and have a bunch of kids and we're just trying to survive. And then dude walks in the car. I wasn't a monster. I didn't kill the women and children. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, what the fuck? Oh my God.
It's so generic and just like uninspired and all that. Like, yeah. It goes down to the writing.
We could do better than this. We could fucking do with our 4 brains. We'd probably do better than this hot garbage between this, The Last of Us. Oh.
Yeah, because we were all like kind of mid on it before, right? And then this one's just like, oh, there was like no point to any of this.
Because now this is the point where I get scared. Like, okay, you've really built up to, yes, we have Kruger or whatever his name is, and Negan now. They're like kind of the final two standing, and throwing the crow at. Like, okay, it's a Negan and Maggie story. So we know Negan's not going to die unless they really do have those balls, or the dude leaves, which I highly doubt he's going to do. So let's just say he's got plot armor. So he's probably going to survive whatever the outcome is. Okay, the two bad guys are
Exactly.
now going to kill each other. All right. And then what's Maggie's role in all of this? Like, she's got her son now. Croat's dead. Little Sonny boy shouldn't be all cuckoo kachooey anymore. Your lady chickie's dead. So, okay. So you going to stay in the city, and that's where we're going? Herschel is going to become the next, he's going to rise up the ranks and like become the next fucking Negan. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, it's like the stakes aren't there because it's like, oh, Maggie's story is all about her son. We don't really care about him, to be honest. And then there's, Negan's story is all about getting his wife and son, and we barely cared about them because they like just kind of showed up and were there for a bit in the final season of the show.
Like, they literally killed this kid's plot. Like, you
Yeah.
built us up to have this kid have like this fucking whatever, that Munchausen syndrome with this lady, and
now
that
she's
like
dead,
he's doing
and
all
there's
this fucked up shit.
yeah,
And okay,
there's
she's
no
dead
point
now.
to it.
So where does the Maggie and Negan story go when Maggie's story seems to be getting kind of dead? No pun intended, Dead City.
Yeah, I mean, the
we
New
got 3
Babylon story's
episodes.
dead. New Babylon story's dead. The Maggie Herschel thing is dead. Why do Pearlie's gonna say like, let's go, right? He's not. There's no reason to go get the methane that makes any sense.
Brugal helped get
Yeah,
the
he's
method.
gonna. Yeah, they're gonna team up with what's his name, old sleazebag. He was a little late for the party.
But we got 3 more episodes. We got a possible flamethrower scene.
Oh, we are? Are you
Yeah.
sure? I mean, you keep talking about this. Everybody says there's flames, but
And the bear. And the bear.
10 seconds of CGI bear. I can't wait, dude.
right?
Woo. You hear it growl for
Woo!
20 seconds and see it for
And
5.
slam into the door. That's all our
It's
budget
sad.
could
It's
afford,
because
because we
Evil
spent money on
probably had
everything
a
else.
better pig.
Yep.
Like the evil pig and Evil is probably going to be better than this fucking bear. That pig was creepy, damn. And it was like slightly real. Remember, they did like a whole fucking animatronic thing.
Yep. And it had like 3 eyes, and it was
It was
gross
fucking
and
creepy as shit.
yes.
I somehow feel
big
like this bear
demonic
is gonna.
pig.
It's probably supposed to be
Over.
scary, but it may not be as scary as we think. Like a zombie will come
No,
out.
because I don't think they're going the route of animals can get infected. So it's
No
not like we're gonna see a cool zombie bear. We're just gonna see a regular old pissed off bear, and
I
Don't
don't
worry
want
about
them
it.
to do a
Chase
zombie
them.
bear though, but like that would be something at least.
Right? But no, don't worry. The zombies will come and take care of the bear either way. Just
you
in
think
time.
so? He's gonna get
That
swarmed.
seems to be what they do with the zombies. They seem to take care of plot holes.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
Or just
I don't
things
know,
that they
guys.
don't
I
want to
don't
have
know.
to continue with. They're like, oh shit, where we go with this? I don't know. Just kill them off with the zombies next episode. All right.
Herschel will be the one. I don't know if it'll kill it, but to save his mom or something, because it'll play back to the deer thing at the beginning of the season where he threw overhanded, he'll throw side-handed, and it'll
And
hit
this
it
will
in
be
the
the time it hits its mark.
right in the eye or something, and saves
I'm a
Maggie or
ninja.
kills it. And so,
I'm
that's
a
how
ninja.
that'll, because they try to do that, and even with the crazy group in Central Park and everything, they try to, okay, we're going to set this up this episode, it's going to come back around, this next episode, or the major lady's going to hang the cult leader lady, and it's going to come back around where she's going to reanimate and bite her. All these little things they try to, let's make this circle for this, let's make a circle for this, let's make a circle for this.
Everything has to go full circle.
Oh my god.
Well, what they call full circle is actually just a callback, basically.
or just a moment in an episode. It don't even span episodes most of the time. It's all in the same episode.
Yeah,
Like I
I'm
don't
just like,
know.
where's
I
the
don't
story
know how
going at
many
this
more.
point? Like,
I don't know how many more seasons you can drag out of this spinoff.
so the Croat's gonna like still keep the family hostage? Is that what's happening?
That's
Even
the
though,
question. Yeah,
yeah,
that's the big question.
Does he even know? Are we going to be like, you can be, she never told me where she was keeping her family, and now
Uh,
Negan's got to go.
you would think though
yeah,
I
they
gotta
used
find my
Croat.
family.
that's probably it.
You'd think she knows. I mean, she used Croat though to do it, right?
Yeah,
I don't know. Would
yeah.
she? We don't
She
know
doesn't
anything
seem to do
about her.
anything.
Who
Like,
fucking knows?
what did she? What did she do? Like, I don't know.
We know
She
she
just
was some artsy
manipulates
fartsy
people,
lady and
the leaders, and
Broadway
then
person, and now she's Queen Pen instead of King Pen.
Mhm.
Queen Pen. Ooh, I'm the old lady who runs the show. Fear me.
well, in season one, it just kind of felt like the people that were in her like theater, they were just like hanging out there. It didn't seem like they were her people, you know. That was my impression with season one
Yeah.
when she's first introduced, and it doesn't seem to me like she has command of any forces or anything. Like, it doesn't even seem like she has many connections or anything. Like, she just latches on to people like the
Like make
Croat and
that's
manipulates
poetic.
them, and then
Make one of the zombies like a plaything, like it was from Cats or The Lion King. They're still in their costume, and they're the zombie that like rips her apart. Like make it fucking poetic. There's your full circle. She was a Broadway chick, and now have her eaten by Broadway zombies from Broadway or something. Like really, fire. Help me. No, okay.
you could even have like, slow motion shots when she's getting eaten where it looks like she's dancing or whatever. Like, that'd be cool, Just tie in the theater thing. Make it theatrical.
Oh, she's alive. She'll come back in season 11.
Oh,
Like she's
season
gonna be like
12, you mean?
burnt and all. She's gonna
Season.
be like, then she's gonna wear like what was that? Who's the Broadway person that Phantom of the Opera? She's gonna
Yeah.
have you wearing like this mask, and she's gonna
See,
come back like you thought
no,
I
no.
was dead.
Season 11 of Dead City.
Season 11, Dead City. Oh, yeah. It's definitely going to go longer than the main show. Everyone knows. It's everyone's favorite show.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just don't know where they go with it at this point. Everything just felt like filler to whatever's going to happen with Maggie and Negan or whatever at the end, which I don't even know what there is at this point. Because they seem to reach a truce. Like, they're not going to kill each other at this point, right? They're going to work together against the Croat.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, that's what I'm thinking maybe happened. It's weird. You know what? Who knows? It's very
Even the stuff I like is frustrating, like with the Negan thing. Like, I like seeing the struggle of him, not wanting to be the old guy he was. And then, I wanted it to go further than that. And now that the Dama's not there or whatever, he's not gonna have to anymore. So it's just like it was just a tease, He's
mhm.
not gonna become his old self. Like that the plot line just didn't go anywhere. And that was like the most interesting part to me.
Right.
And yeah, now it's just kind of like, oh, he was just being moody and sad, for like a few episodes. Like, I wanted to see him do more stuff, But here we got the rat thing. That was the one thing he did so far. That was like, oh,
Yes,
that was cool. That was
yeah,
like
he
old
did. He
Negan.
set him up for her to kind of be taken out, I guess.
Yeah,
And
I like
so-
ending with him cleaning his shoe.
right.
Even though it's pretty obvious, but it's just like the way he did it is.
That
like, I
way, they
see
want to make sure.
Negan
Yeah,
in
they
the
want to make sure
comics,
you
in the
understood
comic
that
would
he
have done
did
it.
that. But god damn, they can't give us anything else.
Yeah,
Can't
I
give us
wonder
proper
if
backstory.
they'll make the Croat realize that it must have been Negan that initiated that led to our confrontation, that led to her death or whatever, remembering the rat, thinking,
he's gonna blame Negan for it.
at least thinking Negan probably did that. I'm wondering if they'll bring that back up.
Mm-hmm.
And the Croat definitely knows about his other guy, whatever that guy's name was, that Negan led into a trap. Whatever his name is.
Right,
yeah,
back when they went through
yeah.
was it Central Park?
Yeah.
I mean,
He
see,
Went
let him
through the
that
stay in
was
the
mine.
cave
that was a
or
little
tunnel
more
of zombies.
creative.
Yeah, it did look cool with them on like in the ingrown leaves and whatnot. But yeah,
Oh,
what was I saying? I forget.
yeah, like we have 3 episodes left. I guess we're gonna end off the battle of Babylon and the city. I guess, like, since, like you said, we haven't seen the scene with the army like marching kind of through New York City, so we have to get to that moment. But I
What if it's
I don't
just a
know.
time skip to like, oh, we went back and got reinforcements and now we're back. And that's the next
Like
episode.
6 months later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh
Man, I
no.
hope they don't keep it going another season. You know, they're doing that with Daryl Dixon, the
They
showrunner
got
over
2 more
there.
already, right?
Yeah, the showrunner over there is like, I see his story in 2 episode chunks. So the first 2 were in Spain. The first 2 were in France. The second 2 will be in Spain, and the next 2 supposedly will be somewhere else. So he's kind of already said kind of his plan or whatever, the showrunner. So I wonder if they're doing this the same way. The first 2 would be a chunk, or this almost seems like it's going to bleed over into season 3. This story.
Yeah. You really think that they want to stretch it out like that for this?
I hope not. That's what I'm saying. I hope they're doing it like
It
Daryl
would.
Dixon, and this ends. And if they're going to do more seasons of Dead City, it's a whole new story starting next season.
Yeah, I don't know. People aren't sticking around for this one, right? I mean, they got to know that they need to wrap it up.
I
Or
don't
they
think.
make
Hey, AMC did a thing called Fear the Walking Dead. They don't know when to wrap it up.
True. Are they?
And I
Are,
honestly think there's enough diehard Walking Dead people out there who will still tune into something no matter what it is, because it's gonna say Walking Dead, and you're still gonna be like, let me see, let me see. So
yeah,
I,
curiosity gets the best of us.
yeah, and there's other characters that I could see them that, if they're pushing all this shit, I guarantee you we're gonna get an old Judith series at some point.
Yeah, I'm
You know
positive.
they're gonna do it. You so know they're gonna do it. They're gonna give us, and then if it's gonna be some type of shit to where that ends the way the comic book did, just with Judith instead of Carl.
Oh yeah. Well, Rick's he's gonna die and be the legend. You think?
Exactly, and then it's all gonna end with Judith being the one telling the kitty pops the stories.
Yeah, you're probably right about that. They're gonna do a reboot eventually, of course, right? I mean, are they gonna redo it in animation or in live action? Is the question.
No, because James, right? You said all that stuff. I don't think so.
Well, they could do it if but AMC would have to be involved if it was a animation of the actual show. Just
Yeah.
because it's a TV thing, even though it's an animation, it's still a TV thing. So yeah, that's the only thing. They could definitely do it, and I hope they do. It's just AMC would be the ones doing it, not just Kirkman off to the side or Skybound.
Yeah, it could be either or.
But he's got control over the comic, so he could keep writing the comic or do anything he wants with the comic and make games based on the comic, but he can't make any type of show based on the comic without AMC.
Oh, really? You
Hand
can't
in
do it
hand.
without him.
Yeah, that he sold TV rights, and that means TV rights, and an animated version of his comic would fall under that's a TV show. That's
Yeah.
a TV thing. So yeah, but anything comic he can do.
You could do a
and
movie though, I guess, maybe, or
no,
couldn't do a
falls
movie.
under. No, I think that falls under the AMC contract.
Okay.
Anything moving picture related to The Walking Dead.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Crazy.
that's unfortunate.
And I don't think it runs out. Like some things have a timer or something. This don't, as far as I know.
Really? Is that how it is? It's
If AMC doesn't want to
Right?
sell it,
Doesn't that suck?
it's
That
there.
sucks.
Yeah, I
That
would have
so
loved.
sucks.
But like Taylor Swift bought her shit back. Maybe Kirkman can make enough money one day to buy his shit back.
Yeah, it surprises me a
Oh.
bit because he's one of the big creator-owned comic guys in history, and that he would make a deal that strict on his part.
It was so early on, I guess. How people do. I guess he knew he had other
Pretty
things in his
much.
back pocket that he could come out with, because he's did well with Skybound. I mean, holy shit!
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
He's got a great success story.
100%.
So I don't know. I've always thought that if I could have an idea I could sell over here to just make money to fund my shit over there, I might do it. 100%. Sell it to you.
Wait, it's just 3 episodes left. I don't know. It's like we're getting to that point. We're reaching that kind of. All right, now you're just stretching, and I don't know what they could do with this story. I could see Negan possibly going on, but I just don't. I'm starting to see no place for Maggie in this story unless something happens in the next 3 episodes that changes that fact. But with the Dama being dead, like what else does she like? Why is she sticking around? Or what? After all this is said and done, just take Herschel and bounce at this point.
Yeah, or if she wants to
Why?
go back to her community, try to break some people out, and then leave with them.
Exactly. Like I don't know. I don't know.
It should be about the exit plan at this point.
Yeah, maybe now Dama's out of the way, the crazy people in the Central Park's out of the way, so those 2 story lines are all out of the way. Maybe it'll start getting interesting. Like, okay, Burgle's in the scene now, and everything's gonna start going like, wow, okay. And then there's a bear, and we'll be like, holy shit. And then they'll be like, what? What? They're doing that? You're kidding me? And oh my god! And it'll just Scarlet will be like, holy shit, I loved it.
Right?
Yeah.
One can hope.
We're gonna end on a 10
I dream of that
I'm
day,
sure of it.
James.
Right.
I
I
dream of
believe
that
in
day.
magic. I believe it can happen.
Or they
Is
just
this the
keep
scene-
stabbing us in the heart.
How about the scene where Maggie comes back and breaks Pearlie out, and then he just tells her something that she knows already? I forget what he said, but it was just like, yeah, no shit. And then she closes the door. And what was the point of that scene?
I thought she was looking for Herschel.
Oh, maybe.
She just locked their ass in there. It was great. Like I was like, what was
And
the
then,
fucking point of that?
And it was like he
Why
knew
didn't
what
you-
she
through the
was
window.
doing, and he was trying to talk her out of it. It was like, don't get caught, or you know what happens if you get caught. And she's like, well, I guess I won't get caught. Boop.
Yeah,
It's
but
like, well, fuck you then.
it would help if you had backup, a couple people
Right.
coming with you.
I mean, would it be fair? She almost had it, but shit happens. What are you gonna do? Kids is all pissed off in her revenge,
Yeah, Jenny.
Right, teenagers.
right?
Yeah.
Like if she had her. See, this would have been satisfying.
So the thing that Jenny got
But-
stuck with, did it have Walker guts on it? Not that matters, depending on plot, what they want to do, because they've written it both ways. But sometimes if Walker guts is on something and you get stabbed with it, I couldn't really tell what she backed into exactly, and I'm wondering if it had Walker guts on it. So that may, she may be dead regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But a bullet to the fucking head would have been more satisfying than the way
Oh
she died.
snap!
I would have respected that more if that little girl turned and said, yeah, boom. Like, I'm
Yeah.
with you, Maggie. Like, let's go. I was like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Die. No, Oh, zombie bite. I'm
It-
dead now.
And how about like Ginny pointing a gun at Herschel and then Maggie just being totally fine with her at the end, you know? It's just like
Right? Like,
Like,
it's all hunky dory.
yeah, it's forget
We're
about it.
good.
It's
We're all good.
Kids in the apocalypse.
Right?
no, like her
Mhm.
whole thing
What are
is
you gonna
she's supposed to
do?
be the mama bear. Like that's what Negan said. That's why there's a freaking bear in the show. Like she's
Right?
supposed
Just
to be the
waiting for
mama
Maggie
bear.
to turn to the camera and be like, kids, nothing you
What
can
are you gonna
do.
do?
And like you
Or
hear the
what is it
audience
like
laughing in the
Pleasantville?
background.
What's the mother to do?
But yeah, and it's the implications that that wound is gonna make her turn. I guess is that what it's supposed to be? Because
I don't know.
I don't know.
we
That's
don't
what I
really
was
usually
hearing.
see that. It's only ever bites really that are
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that's certain. So,
I
but
was
I just
just
wonder if they
asking.
care about that anymore.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
was-
I guess they just show it to let us know. Yes, she did get injured, and she just has a little boo boo.
yeah.
Because it's gonna be not.
I
I
don't
don't know. I don't know. I don't know half the shit what they're
That's
trying
just
to do in
too-
the
she's too
episode.
crazy to ask for help for some reason.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a wound. Anybody got a
Well,
first aid
she
kit?
did just turn
Well, yeah,
on
I
her
was just gonna
friend.
say that, Scarlet, right? She did just have a gun pointed at Herschel's face. So I don't know if anybody's gonna run and go and like stitch her up.
Oh yeah, we'll
Right?
get right on that. Don't worry about it. Just
Right?
walk
Come here,
away.
yeah, I'll stitch you up
Hey,
and just like go digging deep, like yeah, it hurt. Yeah,
a
it's
lot
not
of
fucking
a
hurt.
lot
You
of
learn your lesson,
yeah. A lot of commenters on my channel are like haters, Genie haters. Boy, big time.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
she's like a
she
nothing
done turn
character, just like everybody else is kind of a nothing character at this point. Like
right?
I don't
She
know.
is just
It's just an obstacle that's annoying, and then eventually just gets killed off and goes away, and that's it.
right because
Unless they turn her into Charlie from Fear the Walking
she's
Dead.
gonna die, but she's gonna like sacrifice herself in some way, and it's gonna be sad. And Negan's gonna cry. She's gonna cry. Maggie's gonna cry.
She's gonna
We're all
forgive
gonna
him right at the
cry,
end, right?
and
Scarlett's
we're all
gonna
gonna be like,
cry, and Dana's gonna cry,
"Oh,
and
stop!"
Brian's
I'm gonna
gonna
cry.
Oh,
cry.
it makes it all
Everybody
better.
cries.
It's so
Not a
bad.
dry eye in the
Hey,
He
house.
took the
And
bullet
then
for them.
and then Madison shows up with a cure.
Oh.
Right?
Oh my god.
Yeah. Or the zombies
then
take
Riggs
care. Whatever,
comes
man. The
down from the
zombies take care of
helicopter.
everything. Just let the zombies win at this point.
Or Tobias. See? Wouldn't that be
Tobias
cool?
comes back.
Tobias shows up. Hey,
That
my
would
name's
actually be.
Tobias.
I would be unironically hyped for Tobias coming back.
I want to say I saved Jenny.
He
It's,
comes in on a helicopter just to cure Ginny and then leave.
I was just passing through.
I figure
I
I'd
saw your
stop all
distress
mine.
signal.
I saw your smoke signal. Listen,
I mean,
it's The
Daryl Dixon
Walking
season
Dead.
2 had the hilarious, like, oh, there's just a plane happened to fly overhead, right? Oh,
I
Carol
got it,
conveniently needs a plane.
right? Eugene's gonna pop up with some fucking something. I finally really did actually make the cure this time.
Yeah, I figured it out. I was lying before,
Right?
but I'm not lying at this point. We got it. Yeah, we got Ellie
Oh.
from The Last of Us. And we made that vaccine. It's over.
It's over.
Oh god. Oh god. But again, as we all agreed, it's still better than The Last of Us.
Is it
But
really?
as oh yes, it definitely is. It's much
Well,
for
mostly
what it is.
because I would say the actors themselves are pretty good,
Okay.
despite the writing and shit.
Yeah, I love
And
the
the
cast. They
backdrop
always
is
make
really
a-
good.
Right? Like
They're doing a good job.
there was
showing New York.
nothing that I mean, at least there's some moments here.
Except for when they're in
they
the
are
woods.
what they are. I still do kind of like some of the vibe of some of the characters. There wasn't too much I liked about Last of Us, if anything.
I'm
Regarding
just
that last
surprised to
season,
hear
I
that
can't
it's
remember
worse
anything I
than this.
liked.
But I still haven't watched it.
Right,
I know.
oh
Let's
God.
do rewatch streams.
Oh no,
we're starting
there's
that.
nothing redeemable about The Last of Us.
Yeah,
this,
Dead
it
City's
had
better. Dead City's better.
I mean, I'm not saying it's a great that Dead City's a good show, just in comparison to the last.
What's our ratings of this episode?
4.
4.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. I'm around a 4.
I'm at like a 2, and I thought I was being a little.
Well, I usually go up on mine because I already am not like into the shows to begin with. So I'm like, well, I gotta add a point back to the fact that it's a zombie TV show, and this is the way they usually go. Because everything about this episode just screams to me why I don't like zombie TV series.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was filled with tropes. It was filled with your typical zombie nuances and stuff. It was a very lazy show. It was a lazy episode, more so to speak. You had all
Definitely.
these deaths that could have been so much better, and you were
Right.
just like, we won't have the time or maybe the budget. Throw them up in some makeup, get them boys type of deal, knocking out people fucking left and right.
But it just feels like the
wiped
show
the board.
has so much dead air, and then when things finally happen, it's like so rushed, and it's just like the execution is not great. So
Right.
yeah, I don't know. I was waiting to see what they had in store with the early episodes, where I was like, yeah, it's like a
But
5.
now the question
But-
is, wait a minute, guys. The question is, what do you give this episode, James?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, the Negan side of the story had its moments. He manipulated Croat and Dama died, even though it was a crazy way of dying. She did die. Negan's plan succeeded. He's on a roll. The whole Christoph dying stuff would have been a much cooler scene if they'd rewritten it a different way without the kid thing, even though the kid thing in itself is crazy part of it all. 3.8.
3.8.
Oh, okay.
That's
All
fair.
right. That's very fair.
Yeah, I did like
That-
the Negan manipulating them and killing the rat and all that, but that's my one positive thing for the episode.
Yep. It was just like I don't know. I'm kind of to the point to where I'm just like, let's get through it, because it I don't know where they're going. Like, I can't even predict where they're going. Like, they chopped out so much that I feel like they built for us, and now it's like we're kind of starting back at the bottom.
Yeah,
If that
pretty
makes any
much.
sense.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
we
for
got
sure.
we got all these like things built up they were built up, but not by much. More so by like characters just describing things compared to showing us. And I hate that sometimes. Like, I get it. Sometimes you have to push the you have to push it forward, like the expose and like information. So sometimes you could get away with somebody just telling you or describing you when the moment is okay to do so. But people want to see things. Like, they don't want to just constantly be told in every other scene what is like the backstory, and then you give us this.
Yeah, like
You
the
know?
exposition is like the main way of developing the characters, and then they don't build on it. They're like, "Oh, here's our backstory, blah blah," and then
Correct. But
that's
it's like
it, and then they
you
die
can't
off.
always, yeah, like you can't always tell your audience. So,
Yeah,
like, you got to incorporate showing them certain
show
things.
don't tell.
Like,
Yep.
exactly. Like, if you could get away with it sometimes. You can, because obviously you can't show everything, but there's no balance here. I feel like all the information we got was because somebody told us about something instead of showing us some things.
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't it have been cool to maybe go to a flashback and see them like the beginning of New York City and how maybe these people became divided? I would have enjoyed an episode of just that, seeing how New York became New York. That would have been really, really cool. Like, one
Yeah, because
episode, you do a bunch of, you know, stuff, first day of the apocalypse, show something like and that would have been a great episode to see of just
like what
how
they
New
show
York
in the
got to
intro
this
for the
point.
show.
right?
Yeah,
Like
when
I
they're
think that
bombing
would
the
have been
city,
really
the
cool.
bridges.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
anything, and they could have followed Christos or Bruegel or both, or they could have actually followed one of the Dama. They could actually follow the
Yes.
character, not just showed just anything. It could actually meant something to the story if they written it well.
Right? Like there's some times you want to see, like everybody was so excited when we got that episode in The Walking Dead where we saw them in Atlanta before and Atlanta was being firebombed. Like you were actually like, oh, that's kind of how that shit went down. And you get it now. How they showed us the scene with Shane and how the stretcher got put up against the door when Rick walked out and bumped into it.
Yeah.
Like they showed us certain things that, and here it's just like, okay, we're just gonna tell you now because we're not gonna really we don't want to invest too much. So you know what I like, you know what I mean? It was missing that. It was very much missing that for me.
Yeah.
But I would have
the idea of
loved to
telling.
see pre-apocalypse, like or cusp, like to see New York fucking shut down and maybe catch a scene of the bridge being bombed or something. Like just you have a show in this city, but we don't know anything about the city. Like show us how New York became New York, and that would have been like I think really awesome and would have really made this show stand out if we just got some Walking Dead pre-apocalypse because we
Yeah.
barely got that in The Walking Dead. Even with Fear, they gave it to us like a little bit, but boom, we jumped right back into where it was basically The Walking Dead.
Yeah, they did not use that concept of a prequel to their advantage with that show. We got like one
Right?
riot outside of the barber shop.
I would have loved to see that in New York.
Yeah,
Just
their
showing us
initial
how,
outbreak.
yeah, and how they became divided and certain key points that were like, oh, now we understand when this guy sits there and gives us that exposition of what they did to my family and this is why we're the way we are. While he
Yeah.
was talking, you could have even have shown us some kind of flashback. He literally talked for like I felt like 10 minutes. Where he was just blurting out his story. You couldn't throw a couple of flashbacks, in there just to give us some visuals.
It would have been cool to start off with the show with all new characters and see them, survive the initial outbreak, and then, like you said, see the history of how they got to be where they are and stuff, and then maybe
That would have
some
been fucking
original,
awesome.
yeah, and then flash forward to the current time and get our characters involved. But they start with
Exactly.
they start writing these shows with like which one of our cast members can we build a show around, instead of like what
And
do
it still
Walking
could
Dead
have been
fans want
though.
to see.
You're bringing these characters to New York, but now New York is a character. Tell us about her. Give her to us. What was New York like? You're bringing them into New York City, and this seems like where they're gonna do the show. It's Dead City. It's New York City. So give us the history. Show us something. And like almost do like a timeline, and then we get to the point to where baby is when we see Maggie at the bridge for the first episode, when she's looking at the bridge and deciding how to get into Manhattan. Like get us right to that point. And I think that would have been awesome because now we're sitting here like, okay, we know this dude. We've seen him. We know how the Croat, after he got shot, made his way into New York. Eh, I don't know. I think that just would have been really, really interesting.
Definitely. Yeah, that sounds way better.
Expectations. You can't have them. You can't have
I
them.
know,
Not
I
allowed.
know. But don't you think this show really would have benefited from like a Yellow Jacket format to where in the episode we're seeing both present and maybe how New York was kind of becoming how and we're getting now that's the one thing I enjoy about Yellow Jackets that we're getting to the point to where okay, time's catching up. So we're gonna see when they hopefully get off the plane or whatever the case may be. I think this Walking Dead show could have definitely benefited from like a parallel kind of story. A story of Negan and Maggie and they're in New York, and then how New York came to be, melding them together. I think that would have been a great story to tell.
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking hearing you describe that, like, forget the Maggie and Negan parts. Like, I mean, that story was kind of resolved already in the last
It was,
season.
but since they think these are their money makers. But if you gave us a fresh story like that and just showed us New York and bring us new Walking Dead characters, people would have they would have loved it.
Yeah,
But look,
I just know
Negan.
that.
Go ahead, Brad.
I was gonna say, I know that if you pitched that idea to AMC, they'd be like, "Sounds great, but can you do it for cheaper than we shot the last show?"
Oh, for sure.
And it's just like, oh no, probably not, because that would be like insane scale, you know. But you know,
Negan and Maggie, though, if they're the last people standing, which it seems like, they'll need to get rid of Croat at some point. Pearlie may still be around, but Virgil probably needs to go. Okay,
Yep.
well, that leaves Negan in charge of the methane, and they could share. If Croat's dead, will they still be able to make it? Is he like the only one? Surely not. It's just science, but I guess there's some trick for it being walkers or something, maybe. I don't know how they'll, write all of that. But still, it looks like Negan and Maggie in the end are going to end up with a methane empire. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is the future, well after Rick Grimes arrived back. So where are we and what's happening, and what are they going to do with the methane empire that they have it? Just share it and yeehaw. It's a beautiful world after that. Negan
Right?
Negan runs
Right?
the island. It's hard to see where they're going.
The island of misfit
you know,
children is all for Negan.
and Rick's like, Rick, there's some methane for sale. Oh, I gotta get me some of that shit. Yeah. and we start
they
seeing
already
more
have like fuel
characters.
sources, though. Like they wouldn't
Yeah,
have to.
so that's what I'm saying. It just doesn't. Where are they going with all of this?
I don't know. And Negan's gonna want to go off with his family, right? Like, I mean, if there's nothing holding him here at this point, is she even going to appear in the show? I don't think.
But he's king of New York, and nobody's after him, and so that's the safest place he could maybe stay instead of go back on the run again, potential run. So if he's on top, why not? That's kind of a safe place, right, for his family.
I guess.
So he may stay.
Just trying to.
After he kills
I'm getting dizzy from all these circles, James. I'm getting dizzy from all these circles.
Hey, settle down. Settle down.
You're so right about this. They're doing the tell don't show thing, like with the Negan flashback of what happened to his family, and then also like, the flashback with Ginny about what Negan killing her dad. Like all these important things that happen off screen, and they just talk about. And yeah, you're so right about that.
Everything almost.
Yeah, could have used a lot of flashbacks for sure. I'm usually not like much of a flashback guy. Like I feel like you don't usually need it, but it's more interesting than what
sometimes you
showing up
do
right now. Yeah,
like in
sometimes you do.
some situations it works, and I
Yeah.
really think it would have worked in this situation.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Or
there's no like impact.
Yeah.
Anything
Or instead of write it like a plot fix, let's just have the character say these 3 lines and that'll fill in the backstory, and then do that 12 more times. And then do that 12 more times. Write it a different way. Don't try to pull from the past. Write something original. Holy shit. What a thought.
Yeah, it's like they're working backwards almost, instead of they're going plot first and then building everything around that, instead of just like what is the story really about? Like the core of it.
Right? How many times are you going to throw shit at a wall and like just hope it sticks? Like it's just sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But if you're not going to put the effort in to really make it work, then it's just a money grab. That's really what some of these shows have been turning out to be. They're just money grabs. They're just going to do it, and they don't give a shit whether you like it or hate it. It is what it is. They're just going to keep spitting them out until they can't do it anymore.
It just makes me sad where we're at, because it had potential.
It's very sad.
Yeah.
But that's where I think the indie scene and these independent people who are like making movies, putting them on YouTube, and almost going around Hollywood, that's where entertainment is going to explode. Hollywood, I have a sad feeling that it really is dead.
Mm.
It really is.
Did you
It's
see where
just so
Disney just stated that streaming is dead? Like they're spending way more money. They're not making money. You know, it's like they're not going to make. They don't have any more Star Wars shows planned after Ashoka because they're not making any money. There's going to be movies, and they're going to focus more on the movie side. So, as far as AMC following alongside Hollywood a lot of times and what they try to do, you know, try to mimic, I do wonder if, you know, even if they did have series in mind, like they used to have movies in mind, they went to series and streaming and AMC Plus. But if this whole streaming market just starts to crumble and people start going back to movies or studios start going back to movies, we could end up with the Walking Dead movie reunion that just ends it all or something like that. That's a potential in the future
that
because you know
yeah.
we've got several years to go, but it looks like streaming is dying because Disney just, I mean, they said it. I mean, the company, streaming's dead. This is what we're doing. We're rethinking everything.
Well, it's kind of funny because they only really just started getting a profit from the streaming service, what, like last year or
But
something?
it's like, can we be honest? Like, it really
Yeah.
doesn't matter movies or TV. If they're still producing shit, it's still going
Nobody's
to
gonna
be
show up.
shit. It's
Very
Yeah,
still
true.
that's
going to be the same fucking problem.
Very
the
true.
main.
They just,
They
that's
also
what,
can't like spend the money on this show that they really need to anymore. Like because of the streaming situation, they collapsed all their
what's
money
up, Real
making
Cinema
potential.
Theory?
What's that?
Welcome. Real Cinema Theory, just
Oh,
saying
hey,
what's
how's it
up.
going?
Just popped
Yeah.
in the chat. I don't like it's just sad that's why I really think independent creators and people who are bypassing the big studios, the like these that's where people are falling. Like people will sit and watch fucking YouTube all day and watch content creators. Like I honestly one of them. I watch more content creators than I do TV or movies anymore. Like I
Yeah,
really
me too.
do.
Yeah.
I prefer sometimes, like, it's going to be shit. I'd rather hear somebody just explain it to me and me say, I'm glad I didn't waste my time. I'm
Yeah.
glad didn't waste my time. But on the rare occasion, if a content creator starts out with, this was like good, I'll wait to then see because I'm like, okay, people are saying it's actually good. I might check it out. But most of the time, you're just like, it's not good. So Disney complaining about stuff, sorry, Disney, but you're making crap. You're
Yeah.
not making
Yep.
anything that are having people running to your streaming service, running to the movie theaters saying, we got to see this. We got to see this. Like it's not happening. So their complaints mean nothing to me.
Right.
Until you produce something that is actually good, none of these people have the right to complain about anything.
Yeah, what they're trying to do with like going back to movies is try to keep up the old business model where they had multiple revenue sources. Like they had the box office, and they could have the DVD sales, and just these different tiers, and they collapse it all into streaming, which is
Mhm.
definitely like not. It's running in the negative. It's not a profitable thing. So they bet all in on that, and they ended up churning out stuff that wasn't given the attention it deserved, right? But then
Yeah,
they're gonna
like
go to the movie side, and they're gonna have the same problem because unless they
exactly.
fix things on the
And
content side.
we have a comment like Real Cinema Theory says, I don't think streaming is dead. I think the services aren't making money anymore. And
Yeah,
that's true, but why? If people enjoy something, they will spend money. That's one thing about our country. If there is something that people thoroughly enjoy and they have the money to spend on it, they will spend it. But right now, people are like penny pinching and they're not going to waste their money knowing shit's hot garbage. Like
yeah,
that's what the problem is. Nobody's even willing to spend that little bit of extra money if they have that to go and sit down for a movie for you to spend. If you a spouse and a child, you're dropping a lot of money to go to a movie theater.
true.
So people are waiting it out or dropping the maybe $5, $6 to rent it or stream it, or they're going the pirated route. Like it's so much, but right now I've seen more good independent films and independent stuff and stuff from other countries that I will recommend to people to watch before anything that I've seen as of late.
Mm. Yeah, what's some independent stuff that lately you've been recommending a lot that you've been seeing?
There was it's a couple of horror movies, like just seeing. I'll make you a list. That's literally why I just go through YouTube and sometimes just see what people are making and stuff. But I have a ton of stuff in like my YouTube that I will definitely put a list out there of some stuff that I've seen. But I've
Yeah,
also been
that'd be
watching a
cool.
lot of Asian stuff. Like I'm very much into like Asian Asian dramas and all that stuff. I've seen a lot of good Asian stuff. Like I'm actually excited for Alice in Borderland. Scarlet's excited. We're like excited for something, and I feel like we haven't been excited for something in a while.
Yeah, there's definitely good shows out there still, but yeah, it's there's
The
so
camera
much
says,
content that comes out,
yeah,
and like
people aren't going to movie theaters anymore as they are streaming at home. There are many free streaming services. Yeah, it's just eh,
I'm the
I
last one
Hollywood.
going to the movies.
I'd love going to the movies. If there was honestly something that you're telling, like I'm actually debating whether I'm gonna go see that movie, the trailer you sent, James, that horror movie with the little creepy kids and the like
Yep.
that's the first movie that in a while that I'm like, I think I want to go see that in theater. Like I want to be like that looks like it might actually be good.
You go see Bring Her Back. That was spooky. That was a good one.
Yeah, you were saying it.
You saw that?
I've heard a lot of people talking about that one. That
Yeah,
it's
that's a
pretty
messed up movie.
fucking disturbing.
Yeah, it's good though. It's really good. Well executed. I feel like there's good movies still, but yeah, it's just the popular cultures, like the blockbusters, the quality of those have gone way down for sure.
Yeah, it's too expensive. It's a lot of money. It
Yeah.
really is. And if you don't have that disposable cash, who can sit down and go to a movie theater that you can just sit at home, make your popcorn for $2 compared to 15,
Oh yeah, I
drink
never
your
get
soda
concessions.
that,
That's the trap.
so
Yeah, I have the subscription. And I get one ticket a month or whatever. So I
see,
still
but
go
you
a
like
lot.
that's smart. That's smart. That's really smart of you.
Yeah, it's you only really save a couple of dollars, but if you go enough, it's worth it. So, but yeah, I just like the movie theater experience. I don't want to see it
I
continue,
miss it.
but
I
yeah,
miss it. I used to love going and watching a movie in the theater.
yeah, I see. The movies I go see, I like them. So there's a lot of good movies out there. It's just like the mainstream Disney stuff and
Yeah.
has gone downhill, I guess, right?
But we're still gonna watch, we're still gonna review, we're still, people are still because you putting your opinions out there sometimes, you know, that's what people want to hear. They want to hear honest reviews and reactions to stuff. And
Yeah,
like
definitely.
I prefer honesty over anything else. Like I
Yeah,
know
100%.
sometimes when these big channels get big enough and you're talking about millions of people, like sometimes their reviews just don't seem genuine because I feel like they could have very easily just been bought to say nice things.
Yeah, if they're only ever nice about everything.
Yeah, like
I,
they
I
like
want
that.
to be bought to say nice things.
AMC, we're right here.
Yeah,
We'll
Buy
be your
me,
biggest fans.
buy me, please.
Are you guys going to see
James will
28
take
Years
it.
Later?
When is it coming out?
2 weeks, I think. The 20th. I got my ticket
I
already.
was thinking about it. It's getting a lot of hype. It's definitely getting a lot of hype.
I
What
hope
is
it's, I
what
hope
is it?
28 years later.
later.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
I feel like it's gonna be good. I mean, it's got the original director and writer back, and I'm ready. I'm ready. It's gonna be a trilogy too, so
Yeah.
hopefully
Oh,
it's
is it?
yeah.
So it's going to be like 28 years later, 29 years later, and 30 years later?
That'd be
Are
funny.
we going to do like 3 back-to-back years? Because
I
like
think
I don't think
we
so.
can't
No,
double again if
it's
we
the
like
next
chapter
one's
2 or
the
something.
bone temple or something is one of them.
Yeah, the second one that I think they shot it already. I don't
Yeah,
know about the
maybe.
third one if they're shooting that yet.
Well, that's smart. Keep up with the momentum. Right now their movie's got hype. Like it's
Yeah.
got hype. People are talking about it. So it's smart to film back to back. You want to drop that shit sooner rather than later. Because that's another thing. People will forget about you. And even like The Last of Us, like the dude literally came out, oh, it's gonna be 2 years so you get our crap threes of season 3. So you just put us through season 2 bullshit fuckery nonsense and then expect us to wait 2 years for you to drop season 3, which you're already warning me, oh, it's gonna be just jam-packed more of your garbage. So you're really just like baiting me to sit there and oh yay. Yeah, no, screw you. Take your 2 years. Get
Yeah,
out of
and
here.
the problem is they could watch reviews and see that everybody hates it, but there's really not much they can do about it now at the point they're at.
But I also am interested in Stranger Things. It's Scarlet, right? Stranger Things is I
Mm-hmm. We'll see. It's been a minute though, so I'm kind of even like, I forgot about Stranger Things, that it was even had something else going on with it. I keep
Yeah,
forgetting that Stranger
right?
Things just has another one.
they're all like 30 now.
Right?
Right? Oh my God, 11 had so much. I don't know if it's plastic surgery, but she just does not look the same. Like I look at her and I'm like, she's a fucking like old lady woman. Like she ain't no kid in
Old
high
lady
school no
woman.
more. Like what's going on? Right? Like ain't she married to like Bon Jovi's son? Like,
Is
how are
she?
we? Yeah, I think so. I think she got married to Bon Jovi's son. Like she's a married woman now. Like really? You want people to think you're okay? We'll pretend. We'll play pretend.
Well, that's
It's
what happens
Dungeons
when they
and
take
Dragons,
forever
right?
between
We're just
seasons.
gonna play pretend. But they're dropping it weird. Like they said, part 1 is November, part 2 is Christmas, and then the finale is New Year's. So
Mm-hmm.
are like we getting movie episodes? Like are they gonna be like an hour and like 45 minutes? Like are they gonna be like a couple of episodes? All I know is that the way they're dropping it is November, December, and then New Year's.
They gotta milk it while they can.
Yeah, so I don't know how they're breaking that down. Like, are we gonna get 2 episodes like a chunk or 3? I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna do it. I just know their little trailer said part 1, November, part 2, Christmas, and the epic finale, New Year's Eve.
I think they're regretting
Like,
that
oh,
they didn't have like a weekly release schedule from the jump. They went all in on the binging thing, but they realized like they build more hype if they pace it out. That's like the strength of television. It's just like, oh, it's this time every week, and then
Mm-hmm.
everybody watches it, and people keep talking about it, and then like they get more people to watch it because they like it, and then it like can build over time, even just word of mouth.
I feel like binging is something people thought they wanted, and then when we got it, we ended up missing the original like weekly thing. Cause now we got the like I feel like everybody really was digging it, like, oh my God, Netflix drops all the episodes. I don't gotta wait. I could just watch them. And then people are like, but now it's over. And that was like 2 days.
And when it's like,
What am
oh,
I gonna watch now?
watching one episode versus watching like a 12 episode season. If I'm like, oh, I hear this season's really good, it's do I really want to spend 12 hours of my life on this thing? I don't know if it's good until the end because they write it like one movie instead of
Yes. So
But they might pay you to say beautiful things about it.
Oh, you're right. I didn't think about that.
Oh,
You're
wait,
100%
should we
right.
be plugging ourselves? We are available for hire. James is available.
I
If you
will
would
say
like
beautiful
him,
things for money.
Scarlet will say beautiful things.
Mhm.
Brian will say, we'll all say
I don't know if
beautiful
I don't
things.
know if I could do that. AMC paid me all of a sudden. Oh, it's the best show I've ever seen in my life. Dead City, 10 out of 10.
Right? Right? Forget what I said last week. Things have changed. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
I've gotten comments where like, oh, like I've had shows that I really didn't like True Detective season 3 I didn't like, and then there was one episode I was like, yeah, I like that one more than the other one. It wasn't as bad. And then everybody's like, oh, the WB check cleared.
Right?
Like,
Right? Like, there you
no,
go.
but
Yeah, gotta keep the lights on, people. Gotta keep the lights on.
yeah, no, it's so
But no, this I love reviewing shows with you guys. It's a bunch of fun. We get to come here and we get to rant. And how good did that feel before, James? They just got it out. You just got to just
But we
Yeah.
didn't talk about the knife thing, but why didn't the dude just say like that's not my knife? Like it's just a carved piece of wood, right? Nothing special. Did he have
this
it
whole
before?
fucking scene.
Yeah, and a
This
lot of
whole
stuff,
fucking
so much stuff is implied to the point you miss it, and it's so many things, and like the knife, of course, supposedly because of his whole explanation of I've lost everything, food, weapons. You know, he made sure to say weapons to Bruegel because of his game and his scamming
Yeah.
and stuff. So, you know, Bruegel had one of his knives because he lost his weapons, so he could set him up, you know.
Right.
But, you know, that's they didn't write it well. You know, it didn't
Well, they didn't
flow.
establish that the knife was like anything special, right?
Right, right. So you're supposed to pick up on all that stuff, and it's just like
I don't even know if they actually did it. But he didn't stick up for himself and was just like, "Oh, I'm not even gonna try lying about it."
yeah, I think he said, I don't know what you're talking about once, but that was about it.
Yeah. Do you think they did it? Did they do it?
Bruegel did it.
Bruegel did it. Okay, he set him up.
Yeah. And
Yeah, you're right.
the way he had the knife was because he lost all his weapons.
Oh
in
yeah,
the trade
exposition again.
because of his fighting scam. And you know, the whole big thing was that their group's poor, and it's because they've lost so many times in a row, 26 or something. Bruegel said he's won 26 times in a row. Was that the number? I forget.
I
it's
don't
just
It was
remember.
something
what-
outrageous. Something
But you know,
outrageous.
you
just
could
gambling it away.
if you follow through the episodes, you could really lay out little things that tie to every little thing, you know, and they understand that what they're doing as far as elements, but they're just not weaving it all. I don't know. Something about the writing is definitely not good. They've got good little elements, like they could have played that dagger thing out more. They could have shown more about the scam. You know, they could have had Bruegel holding it, and maybe if we rewatched some of the episodes, maybe he was holding it at one point or something. I haven't rewatched, but they just, you know, they could tie in.
Yeah, it's like we're not even sure if they did or not because it wouldn't be memorable anyway.
Yeah, they left it
Oh,
open.
but what was that word you used before, James? Expectations.
Expectations.
I don't really
Right?
have. Yeah, I don't really have any more. I just go with it.
Yeah.
Just throw it at me. I just, you know, I hit play or, you know, turn on TV. I'm like, okay, just give that shit to me. Just give it to me.
gimme.
Let me see what you got.
Right?
It's just sad to me they have all these spin-off shows. I don't think I can recommend any of them. Maybe the Rick Show. If like
Well,
you really want
Scarlett's
to see that
highly
one episode,
recommending
Rick.
The Last of Us. I hear her talk about it all the time.
Right? Yeah,
She
season
just
3, let me
brags
tell you
about
about
it
it. You go check it out
and
first.
how-
I'll meet you there.
How it's her
You go ahead
favorite
of me.
show.
That's right. I'll
and
open
she
the
just-
door for everyone, and then I'll close the door.
It captivated her and just She gave it a 10 out of 10, people.
Mm-hmm.
The most perfect show.
Yeah.
Wait till they have the
No, but we're
spin-offs of Last of Us. It's gonna
Oh,
happen.
stop it, Brian. Don't even put that out there. Take it back. Take it back right
It's,
now.
I-
Do
I-
not even put that out into the universe.
it's already happening. I'm sure. I'm certain of it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, goodness. But no, unfortunately, I do have to make it an early night because I have family coming up from North Carolina. They will be here soon. Our D&D players, our Jim and Lindsay, they will be coming here tomorrow, and we have them for a whole week. And I have a list of things that I have for Mama Susie to make sure that I get done before they arrive. So, but I want to thank my co-hosts, thank you guys in the chat. And Brian, we're gonna finish up Dead City pretty much on Thursdays. So all
Okay.
you have to do is just shoot me a message anytime you want to join the panel. You just let me know, and we'll send you the link without
Yeah,
don't
sounds
even
good.
worry about it.
Sounds
You
good.
could ask me 5 minutes before we go.
Cool. I
And you're always
appreciate it.
welcome to have the link.
Yeah,
But
I'm gonna push it through with the rest of the series, but it's
Hey,
tough.
can
I
we
love talking to you guys about it.
make
Yeah,
a
yeah.
pact? Can we
It's
make a
worth it.
pact?
Shit.
What's
What?
the fact?
Uh-oh.
If any one of us happens to be contacted by AMC in the meantime about saying beautiful things for money, you'll tell the other three.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for
that's
sure.
fine. 'Cause I'm
Okay.
probably not taking the
Yeah.
deal
It's
anyway.
all or nothing.
I'll
All of
pass
us
the
or none
deal
of us.
on to you.
Deal. I'll make that pinky
Sell your
promise.
soul to the devil.
Dun, dun, dun. I am a god, Braxis.
Right? It's going to his head. See?
Yep.
It's going to his head,
Too
Scarlet.
late.
That's
I
it.
got my stats
Oh, is
today.
that why you
I'm
were
official.
ranting tonight? Oh,
I'm
that's
official.
where the little rant came from, Dana.
James has
Official?
reached God status, people. He
Oh,
is a god. That's
I
it.
see.
We are all just minions beneath him.
I'm the villain in their D&D game.
Oh, okay, okay.
Mwaha, mwahaha. I roped him in. I said, come on. You know you want to come have fun with us. You know you want to come try kill Scarlet and kill everybody.
No worries.
You know,
I
it's tempting.
take on villains all the time. I kill Darth Vader on a daily.
Yeah. Little do they know I'm like a tier 4 level player.
I'm sure.
Ooh. But no, we're going to be taking off this Saturday because we're just going to be getting some D&D things done and put together. And hopefully we'll be able to start streaming maybe a couple of the practices or something. We're going to fit in a D&D stream, but we will be back Thursday for the next episode of Dead City. And Scarlet will be doing gaming, I believe.
Yep.
We'll be playing some games and maybe some Can We Get James?
What?
Hmm.
Can we get James to believe in something? Can we unscientifical his brain?
Uh-oh.
Oh, I don't know.
That's a tough
What
one.
does that mean?
That's a tough one.
Oh, shit.
James is very he's very scientific, so everything he just destroys our ghost videos and makes us all be like, "Damn it, you're right. Damn it, stop debunking our stuff." So
Conspiracy.
we're gonna try to out debunk James.
Okay, okay. So
We're
like
gonna try.
conspiracies, like Bigfoot,
Yes.
that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. We're gonna start having some fun with that on Scarlet's channel.
Sounds like a good time.
Oh yeah,
We're gonna
for them.
dabble.
For them.
Hi, Mystic. Hi, sweetheart.
What's up, Mystic?
So we're getting everything together. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. We're almost there. But yes, thank you guys very much for coming and hanging out with me tonight. And hopefully you guys will be back with us on Thursday. And if you haven't liked, subscribe, share the stream, go over to Brian's, go over to James, go over to Scarlet.
Thank you.
Everybody's got awesome stuff, and we'll see you guys for the next one. So
Thanks for
bye
having me.
everybody.
Bye.
Peace out. Good night.